How's it going, everyone? My name is DrapPep. Welcome back to another installment of Drap Chat. Something that I say to myself every morning when I wake up. This is not my saying, by the way. I got this from the internet. It was a meme. But it is something that helps me get out of bed every morning to do my best as I can of the projects I have to get done. And it's like a mantra at this point for me. Something to encourage me to finally get the day going. And it's simply this. God has allowed me to live another day, and I'm about to make it everyone's problem. The level of chaos that gives is honestly enough to get me out of bed. It really, really, truly is. Something that makes me very proud of my content, something that makes me so happy about my content is spamming my content onto the internet. That brings me so much joy. So much joy. When somebody tells me, I keep finding your content show up on my recommended list and I don't know how to get rid of you. That makes me so happy. Because I like to imagine there's at least one person or many that hate me that much that they just, they want to see less and less of me. They do not want to see me anymore on their algorithm. But yet, no matter what they do, no matter how many times they thumbs down the video, no matter how many times they try to block me on one social media, I'll just show up on another. That makes me so excited to make more content. So much so that I've actually thought about posting these episodes more than once a day. Like, have it scheduled to where it uploads every 6 hours. Every 6 hours there's a new episode. I do the same thing with my reels, to be honest. I have my reels scheduled. Not always, because sometimes I'll run out. But whenever I upload shorts and reels onto the internet, I have that scheduled to be uploaded every 6 hours. And when I have a plethora of reels and shorts that need to be uploaded, I'll set it to every 3 hours. Sometimes people catch on, sometimes people don't. But the reels and shorts that I do post, I also post on Facebook, onto TikTok, Instagram. Sometimes I'll find other platforms to share my videos on. Facebook is actually amazing because when you upload a reel onto Facebook, you can then download that on your phone. Sorry, I have indigestion. I'm hiccuping, I'm burping, I'm trying to be quiet about it, but it's starting to interrupt my words, and I'm hating it. But you could download videos from Facebook onto your phone, and you can re-upload that somewhere else, some other platform. And there are many, many, many platforms out there. Sometimes I'll find people who will recognize me from TikTok or from YouTube or wherever. And they're like, "Oh, I've seen you on these other platforms." So yeah, that's me. I like to get around. I like to get around. I'm just like a bad habit that just keeps coming back. It just you can't get rid of me. Especially when people try to tell me that I'm not funny, because clearly I'm not trying to be purposely funny. Sometimes I'll tell something that is funny, but for the most part I'm being very serious a lot of the times. I don't want to say all of the time, because there's times where I'm not being serious, and I don't want that to be seen as, oh, if you're being serious all the time, then those times you were joking, you were being serious. No. They're not all the time. But the thing is that when I started this channel, it was so that I can do Let's Plays, honestly. But, I don't have the kind of personality for Let's Plays. So I started doing vlogs, I started doing unboxing videos, and I started experimenting with other ideas because I was trying to find where I feel comfortable making. A lot of the times I have the personality where I want to joke a lot. I have, every intention on being lighthearted and very interactive as best I can. But for the most part, this isn't like me trying to be a comedian, right? So a lot of times when people say you're not funny, congrats, I wasn't trying to be. But it brings me, it makes me laugh a lot of the times when I get hate comments. I've had people say that my voice sounds annoying, and I actually laugh. I there's people who've heard me read out comments out loud and just start busting up laughing because I don't take it seriously. I don't take any of this seriously. It's just for fun. In fact, in a lot of the descriptions of my newer videos, I even put that this is just for fun. But the idea of just spamming the internet with my content and there's people who just cannot get away from me is honestly hilarious. And if I wanted to start posting multiple videos, I can. I really could. I have a lot of recordings of video games, and it's there's a lot of them. There's a lot. And the thing is that I have more people who want to record more video games with me. And they always ask me, when are we going to see this exact footage in another one of your Drap chats? Honestly, it's going to be a while because I still have like 200 plus clips of other video games that I've recorded that I still need to get through. So in all actuality, if I was to start spamming these Drap chats every 6 hours, I would honestly get through that plethora of clips faster. I would get through it so much faster, to be honest. This particular episode is not really me trying to like show that I'm so edgy and I'm so funny. I'm honestly just trying to make more episodes where I'm just kind of having a conversation, where I'm just trying to, I don't know, be more casual with this. A lot of times when I try to think of things to talk about, I end up not recording anything because I can't think of what to talk about. Until I just realized I can just talk. I could just start saying words and then let my brain rabbit trail into other subjects. I try not to go too far off rails because at some point I wanted to get back to what I was talking about originally. But at this point, of how many video game footage I need to upload, because I have friends who want to see the clips that we've recorded together, I really, at this point, I might as well just let my brain wander. I might as well. I'll just like start thinking of like a subject, like, oh, isn't it weird how lightsabers use kyber crystals as like a source that makes the light, and then just, you know, go rabbit trail from there. Just let my autism take over, and then all of a sudden I'm just gonna be talking about Star Wars kyber crystals, and then I would be like, quartz crystals are pretty cool. Speaking of crystals, have you ever looked at a quartz crystal before? Quartz are crystals, right? I don't know. I don't really look much up into rocks, to be honest. I like looking at them. I just don't have the drive to actually study what these different rocks are, right? Like I don't see, like, look into geodes, and I don't look into gems and all of that. Like they're pretty, and that's the extent of my interest in rocks. There are things I'm interested in. Like I'm very much interested in kintsugi. That's like one of my biggest hyperfixations right now, is studying kintsugi, and I might do an episode of that fascination of mine, because it's really interesting. But yeah, like as far as rocks go, I don't know why I'm now talking about rocks. It's funny how I made an example of how let rabbit trail just take lead, and here I am allowing it to take the lead. But there's going to be a chance that I'm going to start spamming YouTube with a lot more of these episodes, just so I can get through my 200 plus video game videos, because yeah, I got a lot of them. And as I'm recording more video game footage with my friends, it looks like there's going to be more and more and more on its way. Something that I can't stop. So either I start recording like crazy and I start uploading this as fast as I can, or I just allow the video game footage to stack and just keep telling my friends, tough luck. You gotta wait a year. You gotta wait a year for to see this footage. Or I could do the one thing that makes me giggle on the inside. The one thing that makes my soul feel like it's all giddy, and that's to spam the internet. The one thing that brings me such joy. The one thing that makes me laugh. Spam the internet with my awful, awful content. Which, I mean, I've already pointed out this is just my entertainment. So I don't see why not. That's going to be it for this installment of Draft Chat. I would like to thank everyone for tuning in.